What is GitOps? GitOps is a DevOps practice that uses Git as the single source of truth for declarative infrastructure and application configuration, enabling automated deployment, monitoring, and management of Kubernetes clusters through version-controlled Git repositories. What are some GitOps tools similar to ArgoCD? Similar GitOps tools include FluxCD, JenkinsX, and Weaveworks GitOps framework. How does GitOps differ from traditional CI/CD? GitOps focuses on managing infrastructure and application deployment through Git, while traditional CI/CD is more focused on the build, test, and deploy process. How does GitOps enable continuous delivery CD in Kubernetes environments? GitOps uses Git repositories to store the desired state of Kubernetes applications, and tools like ArgoCD automatically synchronize the state of the cluster with the state in Git, allowing for seamless, automated continuous delivery CD. What are the benefits of using GitOps over manual deployments? GitOps provides version control, auditability, automation, and faster recovery in case of failures, making deployments more consistent and scalable compared to manual deployments, which are error-prone and less repeatable. How does GitOps ensure security in deployments? GitOps enhances security by using signed commits, ensuring that only authorized changes from trusted sources are applied to the cluster. What is the main principle behind GitOps? The main principle of GitOps is use a Git repository as the single source of truth for defining and managing the desired state of an application and its infrastructure, enabling automated synchronization with the actual infrastructure. How does GitOps help with rollback in case of failures? In GitOps, rolling back to a previous state is as simple as reverting the configuration in Git to an earlier commit git revert, and the GitOps tool, like ArgoCD, will automatically sync the Kubernetes cluster to the previous known good state. How does GitOps handle drift detection? GitOps tools like ArgoCD continuously monitor the actual state of the Kubernetes cluster and compare it to the desired state stored in Git. If a difference, or drift, is detected, it can be automatically corrected or flagged for manual intervention. What is ArgoCD, and why is it used? ArgoCD is a declarative, GitOps continuous delivery CD tool for Kubernetes, used to manage the deployment of applications in Kubernetes clusters via Git repositories as the source of truth, ensuring automatic and consistent synchronization of the application state with Kubernetes. How does ArgoCD differ from Jenkins? ArgoCD is focused on GitOps continuous deployment CD for Kubernetes, while Jenkins is a broader CI/CD tool used for building, testing, and deploying software. Jenkins lacks native Kubernetes GitOps capabilities that ArgoCD specializes in. What types of applications can ArgoCD deploy? ArgoCD supports deploying Kubernetes manifests, Helm charts, customized configurations, and other templating engines that generate valid Kubernetes resources. What is the role of a repository in ArgoCD? A repository in ArgoCD refers to a Git repository where the Kubernetes manifests or application configurations are stored. ArgoCD monitors this repository for changes and syncs them with the cluster, ensuring the application's desired state is maintained. How do you install ArgoCD on a Kubernetes cluster? You can install ArgoCD using a simple kubectl command or by using Helm charts. What is the difference between sync and self-heal in ArgoCD? Sync ensures that the cluster matches the desired state in the Git repository, while self-heal continuously monitors the state and automatically corrects any drift from the desired state without manual intervention. Sync require manual intervention. Self-heal is automatically initiated by ArgoCD. What is a sync policy in ArgoCD? A sync policy in ArgoCD defines how changes in the Git repository are propagated to the Kubernetes cluster. It can be manual, requiring user action, or automatic, automatically applying changes. How do you roll back an application deployment in ArgoCD? Rollbacks can be performed by reverting the application to a previous version in the Git repository, and ArgoCD will automatically sync the cluster to match the older desired state. Can ArgoCD deploy non-Kubernetes applications? No. ArgoCD is specifically designed for deploying applications in Kubernetes clusters. For non-Kubernetes environments, other CD tools would be more appropriate. How does ArgoCD manage application health checks? ArgoCD performs application health checks by monitoring the status of resources like pods, services, and deployments. It uses predefined health status codes, for example, healthy, degraded, to report the state of applications. What is a prune operation in ArgoCD? A prune operation in ArgoCD refers to the deletion of resources that exist in the cluster but are no longer defined in the Git repository. This ensures that only the resources specified in Git are maintained. Can you manage multiple Git repositories in ArgoCD? Yes, ArgoCD can manage applications from multiple Git repositories by associating each application with a specific Git repository, allowing you to control and sync applications across various sources.